Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings, everyone. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. So I'm gonna have to rush this because I have another live video that's starting at 6:30. And I'm supposed to be on at 5:30. And my microphone was not working. Had to reset everything. Um, I got scared for a second because I tested out the three different microphones that we have, and none of them were working. I'm like, okay, yeah, that just means let's just reset the whole computer. But we're good now, or at least we should be. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Let me know if you're able to hear me loud and clear. We should be good. I'm about to check it myself on my phone as well. Um, uh-oh. Excuse me. I had to fix something real quick. I hate when it does that, like StreamYard now, and it had it only me. Katrina, hello. How art thou? Oh, I'm ashy. Wait a minute. Where's my lip gloss? Oh, my lips are dry, and I have no idea where my lip gloss is at. Oh no. See. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? My lip is dry. Okay, y'all gonna have to forgive me because I got to get going because I have another video. I'm gonna make sure I find my lip gloss before the next live, so I'm not on here looking crazy like who shot John. Oh my God, it's gonna drive me crazy. That's okay. Let me go ahead and get on here so that I can share this out. 1 second. Alrighty, so there we go. We are all shared out. And let me make sure that I can see everyone's comments because I have two different streams going. So let's get that set up really quickly here so that I can see all of your comments. How are you, Hans? How has everything been? It's been a long time. I didn't get to do any shirts for your grandma in a couple of years now, I think. Alrighty. There we go. So yes, you guys can hear me. Thank you so much for that. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings, incredible greetings, incredible greetings, incredible greetings. Oh no, see, I look y'all. That's gonna drive me crazy. I mean, they're white. They are white, white. Oh no. Wherefore art thou lip gloss? Oh, I need to keep me more than one in here because, Hunty, the lips are white. That is not cute in any language. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to run out the room because I can't. I can't. I can't. They are white. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And my child is yelling like he don't have no sense. Jesus, it's just all bad. It's all bad. He is over there yelling at his friends in this game. Oh my God, I really don't have any lip gloss in here. No chapstick, no nothing. Okay, y'all gonna have to excuse me. I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. Don't go in. No, I don't look fine. Thank you for that. But these lips are ashy. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Um, yeah, we're back. Jesus, that was a whole lot. Okay, let me get into it, y'all. I got 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes because I'm going to come back again. I'm going to talk about printers. I haven't had a good printer talk in a good little minute. And then when I was posting the cups, and I was talking about like pigment ink versus dye ink and stuff like that, I got some questions. And I'm like, I got plenty of videos. Now, where they buried at, I can probably go search for them, or I can just do a whole new video about printers. So we're gonna do that at 6:30. Just a quick reminder, if you have an account, even if you don't have an account right now, you can go over to 365creativeacademy.com and you can create an account and you can join in on the Zoom. You can join the Zoom now because it is open. I opened it up early, even though it's supposed to be for 6:30. I did open up early because whenever I go live, I also open up a Zoom room to anyone that has an account on our Academy site. Now, spaces are limited based off of Zoom. So, try and get in there, get in where you fit in. But you can join the Zoom to be able to ask questions in real time by unmuting and not have to type everything out. So that is an option. All you have to do is have a free account. Just create a free account or purchase a class over on 365 Creative Academy. Or if you purchase a class from the shop site, you'll still end up getting that account created and stuff for you. Just go to the communities tab. It says Creative Zone, and that's where you will find the link to join us on the Zoom. All right. So if you want to be in the room, go ahead and head on over there. Okay. Now we are going to discuss today updated templates for the composition notebooks. Last year, I got kind of a late start. Like, I've always made them and I've had my own, templates for years. But last year, I actually made a usable template like for others to use. And it comes in 4 different sizes because all notebooks are not created equal. They have the cover space on it is different for each, depending on if you have like the ones from Staples or Pen and Gear or Mead or like the primary composition notebooks, like that's what the pre-K, kindergarten, first graders, like they use those. The band on them is different. So your cover page technically is different sizes. And if you try to use like a universal one and your designs go too close to the edge, they'll end up getting cut off and things of that nature. So, that most people probably don't care about that. The way I design and how my brain works, that drives me insane. And when I realized that there were at least like pretty much like 4 different sizes, because I went out and purchased composition notebooks from everywhere, I created it like with the ones that's like closest to it, it's like 4 different sizes. And they're created with bleeds and safe zones and all that kind of good jazz to make sure that everything stays inside. Now, I designed these for MJ. They have chips. And a lot of people have asked me about them and whether or not I will be selling like the actual like templates. Not really, because there's a bunch of chips and I really don't want to sit here and make a bunch of chips and like the requests that people have. Some people have said, oh, can you do Takis and can you do this and can you do that? Yeah, I really don't want to. But if you get our template that allows you to customize it, you can make your own, which I'm going to use that as the reference today to show you how to use our templates. So someone asked about Takis. Now, if you write it fast enough and you tell me like a bag of chips or a snack that you want to see on a cover, I'll search the image and I'll show you how to do it. But yeah, people were asking about that. A couple things. One, too many different types of snacks, and I'm not trying to do them all. Like, I'm just being serious. For a little $1.50, $3 file, it's just not worth it. Like, I'm just being honest. Two, I like my business and I don't want to have to promote that on my website and take the chance of being dinged. And there's like several different companies for all these different chips. And what Shakia is not trying to do is have any of them come after HS Inc. 365. We just cannot have that. So I typically don't put branded and licensed things on our website. Now, if you happen to hit up my email, I might be able to just play. But yeah, you will never see it like on my site. But I'll show you how to do it for you if you want. Well, I'm going to not say if you want, well, if you want to, but I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and do that with just an image from Google. And that's the other thing too. Like, I know for some you're paying for convenience, but $1.50 is not worth convenience for me. It's not enough coin. Like that number isn't going to jump high enough for me on the daily orders, and revenue to do those. So you can just do them yourself. Anyone can do them, whether you have the free version of Canva, if you have Silhouette Studio, the free version, if you have Photoshop, if you have Photopea, which is also free, you can make these yourself, guys. I promise you can, as long as you know how to use your design software. So first, let me reintroduce myself. Well, just introduce myself. I am Shakia Lavelle, also known as Shakia the Professor. Our company is HS Inc. 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products, where we carry the best summation paper and ink that allow you to get great, vibrant prints like this. Yes, I am definitely Team Silhouette. Who here remembers my battle with Gucci, Silhouette versus Cricut? This is what this shirt is from. I was actually missing my girl today, and I threw my shirt on. We also are home of Silhouaholics Anonymous, where we help you to learn and master Silhouette Studio, whether you have a machine or not, because you don't need a machine in order to use Silhouette Studio. It can be used as a standard or it's a standalone graphic designing software. But if you are interested in using the machines, they are some people say they don't like it for print cuts. Never did me wrong. Well, I'm gonna say never did me wrong, but for the most part, it does me quite nice when it comes to print and cuts. So I did those because this is for a different demo that's coming up this week. So print cut, hey, I love me some print cut. That's like the main thing like I got them for. So I've been teaching my strategies and my tricks and tips and things like that for years. And then of course 365 Creative Academy, that is our online academy, where we have communities in there as well, where we help you with all sorts of things, designing, business, different projects and crafts and things of that nature. Right? So check that out. But like I said, we're going to talk about these composition notebook covers. When I did the template last year, it was professorized and where it made sense for me. I have updated the Silhouette version. So if you purchased just the template last year, you should have received an update for the template. And it's only thing I really did is like I just extended the box instead of rounding it off, because it like if you chose the wrong one, it can be a little bit off. But like let's say your composition notebook's kind of different a little bit, just by it being like full on, it's not curving. it makes it to where it can fit like any of them. You won't end up with the white. So I did kind of extend those on the silhouette one. Now, the one that I haven't sent an update for, I got to figure out how I'm going to do that because there is no like update for the class, are those who did the class as well as got the templates. I will have to do that one a little bit later for that one. Or you can email me. If you have the template vault, the templates have been updated in the vault. Okay. So if you have the template vault, they have been updated in the vault. All right. So you can go and download those. And if you're in the template vault, if you have the template vault, you also got the mock-up included as well. Okay. So we do have like the mock-ups. It's like, it was hilarious. I know, like Gucci took some time off. I think she's kind of sort of back doing live videos. I've seen her a few times. So maybe we can get that in before the summer or, you know, sometime. So yeah. So like I said, it's been updated. And this year, I finally finished it because I didn't do it last year. The version for Photoshop and Canva, well, you can also use that version. So it's a PSD file. How many of you guys here did not know? So did not know that you can open up Photoshop files in Canva. And it's going to give you all of the layers. Everything will be editable and all that kind of good jazz. Did you know that you can open now? If your Photoshop file had things like blend modes and all of that, that won't apply. But like for basic things, everything will work. It's just that, you know, you won't have, like I said, you won't have the blend modes and certain things like that. But all of the individual layers will show up as those individual layers, and you can customize it just like you would. Not say just like you would, but you can customize it. Oh, yeah, I guess you say like it would on Photoshop. But let me know in the comments if you did not know that you could open up Photoshop files in Canva. So if you are using Canva, you would use the Photoshop file. We have a template coming out for the cups to be able to do full wraps. Now, although there will be a Photoshop file for that one, if you're using Canva, it's not going to technically curve. So any text that you have, it's going to you know, my bad. Anywho, I'll talk about that later. Because we're going to do that one. But the template for these, you can use the PSD file. So it's a silhouette file and it's a PSD file. And when you open up that PSD file, it will allow you to, it's a frame is going to be there. So it's going to allow you to use the frame. So I don't technically do like the whole Canva template link thing. I do mine before I was doing them via PDFs. Now I just do the PSD file because it's easier and everything is like, I only have to design 2 files. Before I was having to design way too many files. Now I just have to design 2, my silhouette file and then the Photoshop file. Well, everything starts in silhouette and there's a way to like weave it all in to get to Photoshop. But yeah, so that's available now on the website. The link is in the description. But I want to show you guys really quickly. And hello, welcome to everyone that joined the Zoom. Thank you so much for staying muted. For right now, I'll give you opportunity to unmute, but for now, stay unmuted while I show this. Okay, so let me see. That's not one of the long ones. This is one of the. Okay, bam, perfect. This is only 3 of them instead of 4. Oh wait, if you're on Zoom, shoot. I keep forgetting to set up the secondary camera. You guys are not going to be able to see it. Let me throw me over here. And so you guys can see me. So give me a second. If you're over on Zoom, I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see This is the best way I can think to do it for right now, because yeah, I can't put you guys like on the screen. Okay. Oh wait, am I sharing screen? Yes, I am sharing screen. Okay, let me line these books up. So if you did not know, wait, can you see? So you see this one. This one is kind of hard to tell that it actually is shorter, but this one is shorter than the band is shorter than this one, which means the surface space for here is wider. And then, dang, I should put some lotion too. And then this one is shorter than this one. So this is the shortest width. So if you had a file and you were using one that was wide and you had elements, even if like it didn't have a lot of bleed and stuff like that to it, if you had it and it was designed to the edge, and if you did not take proper classes for designing and you don't know about safe zones, anyone that has ever taken a design class with me, you better not be designing without safe zones. You better not be, okay? But if you were to put a cover that was made for, like it was sized up for the shortest possible one, I'm going to line it up where the bands meet. So do you see how much would get cut off? So if you had anything of importance, such as text, certain parts of pictures, it will get cut off. That is like some people think it's not, but I'm telling you, if the person who like sold a file, if they designed theirs based off of the composition notebooks that they use, which is what most people do, it might be too short for yours. And I know this to be true because there were so many people that hit me up last year asking for my help because their templates did not fit once they either designed them themselves or they purchased a pre-made design and it did not fit. Okay, so I'm gonna show it from this way. That's a big difference, y'all. That's not a small difference. That is a big difference, right? Can y'all see that? The difference in the sizing. So because of that, we carry 4 different sizes. So what you would end up doing is measuring your notebook from the spine to the end, and then depending on how many ticks it's over, whether you have a 1/8 or a 1/16, you can do the math. We also have a chart that breaks all that down for you real easy and conveniently. And that's in the vault. It's on the website, yeah, but it is in the vault. Come on. And I've given it away in design classes. But you would count those ticks, and whichever one is closest to the size of your whichever template is closest to the size of your notebook is the one that you use. Now, the overall size is bigger, but we have each one labeled based off of the width of the cover. But the actual design is going to be much bigger than that number because we always design with bleeds. So my templates are set up automatically with bleeds on them so that when you put it on, you can go ahead and cut around. So all of ours come with bleeds. And you'll see the safe zones and all that. So I'm going to show you guys how they're set up in case you want to purchase them. All right. So I'm going to move you guys from over there. Ooh, excuse me. And we're going to come over here. We're going to pull this one over here. And then we're going to share screen. I got to get this done in about 15 minutes. I have another live video starting at 6:30. Y'all can come back for that. We're going to discuss printers. All right, so let's share screen, entire screen, bam, and share. And then we're going to come over here, present, share screen, entire screen, and share. All right, everyone, including those on Zoom, should be able to see my screen right now. Where is the Zoom link? It is not in the Creative Lounge. You are, everyone that has an account, you are a part of a community. So it will say Creative Zone. Just look for communities and you should see that. You also probably got an email, because emails, well, I think it automatically sends out whenever I create events. So check your emails, check your spam. But if you go on there, you will see it under communities. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, it was raining really bad here too. The colors on the notebooks are so vibrant. Thank you so very much. That's that. Actually, those are all printed from the pigment ink printer. So that's all, honestly speaking, pigment ink. Okay, so let's go into this, okay? So I'm going to show how it opens up in Canva first, since we are already here. The way that this is set up, you're going to see a guideline. You're also going to see the specs. So you get the specs. You also get, and let me, okay, yeah. So you'll get the specs. There's also, I'm going to go to layers and we're going to move this up. So I've already included, like, I don't know, I like design, like certain designs, and it had like the line paper. Now, if you're in Canva, Canva does have a line paper, like, you know, different ones, but I included, that's the one that we use for designs. So that one is in there. I'm going to move that back to the back. I'm going to take my specs and I'm going to move that down, just in case you were designing something that you didn't want it to really look like a composition notebook and you were just designing it like just to design it. So on this layer, this is actually a frame. You will either hit backspace and you'll see the frame, or you can simply just drag a design on top of it. So I'm just going to go to elements and we're just going to find, let's just go background, and I'm going to take any background and we're going to drop that in right there. Oh, whoa. Is it doing it to the guidelines? Whoa. Wait. Okay, no, it will delete those. But it did fill in there, but that's not like a frame. But that's kind of interesting because it did fill in there. But I think once something is in there, it won't fill in again. That was pretty interesting. I did not realize it would fill in the guidelines like that. Okay, so like I said, you can drag and drop, come to the very top corner, and then now that's in there. I do recommend that you go into position and all of the guidelines, you select them and you group them together. This is easier to do on the computer version rather than the mobile version, because trying to click on it and then go select multiple that can get a little bit, you know, can get a little crazy on the mobile version trying to select them, especially since they're really light. But what they are guidelines, and this is the cut line. So this lets you know, like, everything here is just extra. It might get cut off. And then the green line is your safe zone. Anything of importance needs to be in your safe zone. So as you can see, it is lined up to this side. So this is meant for you to cut that off and it to sit up right against that spine. And then this is all of the extra area. And so you would lock this in place so that you don't constantly like fill it. So I'm going to lock it. And then we're just going to go school supplies. And let's just go here. I'm going to remove that background. Ooh, I don't like how it did that one. So let's not do that one. Okay. Is this one going to be a PNG? Oh, come on. So I'm just going to click on it to add it to it. And then you can add that. You can add fades. You can add text to it. So you would just go ahead and design it and then save it. It does come in as pixels, and the equivalent is 144. Now, when you purchase our template, it breaks all of that down. We also have a full video where I'm going to show you how to convert that. There's a QR code on it. That video should be up by tomorrow evening or Wednesday. Okay. But that's just in a nutshell. That's just how you would do that. There's 6 different PSD files. So I'm going to open up the PSD file for the labels so that you can see that. Now, Canva does have composition notebook labels here that you can use. So they have quite a few as well. I've seen a lot of people using this one. These are pro. So all of their labels are pro. When you're getting our template, it will come with 4 different labels. So you can only use theirs if you have pro. Now you can put it all the way to the top, or this is a guide, like if you want it in the center, roundabout like where it is on a traditional composition notebook, and you would just use those guidelines for center on the sides and things of that nature. If you want to put it up higher, you can. That's just a general guideline. All right. So I'm going to now open up the labels one. So you want to make sure that you do have a new file. Don't open it up on top of the one that you have because it'll take it away. And I'm going to drag and drop. So you're going to see here. Where are we? There we go. Wow, come on. Well, I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to just drag and drop. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to drag the labels over into Canva. And you're going to see right here, it's like a little water thing. You're going to see like a duck go by. So that is it loading into the system. While that's loading, I'm going to go ahead and open up Silhouette Studio. And also let me kind of go back here real quick and let's look up talkies and images. And we're going to grab this one. The square one actually works a little bit better than the long one because it's a little bit too narrow, but I'll show you both. So we're going to go copy image. So right click, copy image. I'm going to bring it over to Silhouette Studio. And let me open up the composition notebook templates. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, and there's the talkie one is there anyway. So paste. So I'm just going to paste that in. All right, let's see what's going on with this Canva one. Hold on one second. Okay, there it is. So it's here now. So if I go to projects and I click on labels, they will pop up. So you have 4 different labels. You can click here and make these whatever color you want them to be. So we'll go there. We'll make that one purple. And then you have to, of course, copy and paste it onto the other one. So I'm just going to select here. I'm going to group it and I'm going to copy, come back up here to the first one, right click and paste. And you can size it to your liking if you want it bigger, smaller, if you want it to go up higher, that is all up to you. And then of course you will save it. So just wanted you to see that's how you would do that. And also let me do the talkies over here. So I'm going to go copy image. We're going to bring this back over to Canva and we're going to go paste. And then I'm going to take this and drag it up into that corner. Yeah, do I have it locked? I don't remember if I locked. I think I did lock it. So let me put this here. Yes, I did lock it. So let's unlock it. And there we go. We're going to grab that and let that drop in, right? Now you need to resize it. So we're going to double click on the edge, double click on it. It's going to open up the crop. You're going to just make it a little bit bigger. so that it comes all the way to like past the border. And then you can move it around. So remember, this is showing you this is the front edge. So if I wanted to move this over where I had like that extreme hot thingy, whatever on it, or try and get the part that says same, well, new look, same intensity, if I wanted to do that. Now with this particular one that I have here, the S would get cut off. This is the shortest template. So the S would technically get cut off. So I will try and make this a little bit shorter, and see, you don't have a lot of control when it comes to Canva and these files. So that's as big as I can kind of get it. And you just move it a little bit to not have the S get cut off. And then you just hit done. And that's how you would make. If this is here, like it's right at the line, it's a little hazy there. You know, you want it to be inside that bleed area a little bit more. So you just click on it and just move it down some, just so that, and check the top, or you may have to just make it a little bit bigger so that it's within that bleed area. And boom, there you go. You can delete this if you want to just be like the one that I have. So that's how you would just add an image in. It's really easy. Anyone can do it. And then you're just going to print these from your home printer. Join me in about, well, let's say 10 minutes. I'm going to probably start that live at like 6:40 because it's already 6:27. Get your home printer. Literally anyone can make this. You just need adhesive sheets, and you're going to cut it down, put it on your notebook. So anyone can make these. You don't have to be in business and all that stuff to be able to make these. So that's that. Now in Silhouette, which, hold on. We're going to click here. I'm going to hit I on my keyboard. I'm going to click on this one. It's going to fill it in, but there is white there. I'm going to move this. Now yours won't come on the design page because y'all know good and darn well, Shakia does not design on the design page. It was there because of how I had to save it. So we're going to put this here. And so now I'm going to click on that chip, and we're going to go over to the fill tool. We're going to go to the patterns. That's the last icon. And then you're going to click here, aspect ratio. And now you're going to scale. You're going to move the scale up. You want to pay attention to where the letter, especially that S, where it lines up at, and that's right at the edge. So I'm going to take the scale on this down just a little bit. I'm still in the bleed area. I'm going to use pan. I'm going to go up a little and over a little. So that makes it to where my S is well within the, and I probably want to move it over just a little bit more. I want to see that intense new look. I want to see that. So that's in there, right? If you have designer edition, if you want to like just fill in all the other ones, if you click on the rectangle, hold down shift, click on this one, click on your properties dropper and click, it's going to fill it in. It's also going to put it pretty much to the perfect size. Now, the other way that you can do this is to crop it down to the size. I'm going to right click, send that to the back. I'm going to, and this is if you have the free version. Again, all of these templates, like there is ways that you can do this like for free, and you don't have to purchase really anything. And we're just going to have to stretch this just a little bit because, okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to show you why I'm stretching it. So we're going to go like here. I'm going to drag and select the image and just that outside box. We're going to go over to modify, which, where did my modify go? Oh, there we go. Modify and crop. And you can see how this kind of dips in. So you would go back to the fill and you would scale it up So that scale works even without using the properties dropper. The properties dropper is just the easier way to get it in there. And so then if we pan it around, you don't get as much on the, on there with this one, because of the way that that original Taki bag was kind of created. And most of them are kind of sort of like that. So it's not a template thing. I mean, it's the sizing of it. So you may have to try out different images as far as that background for it to proportionally fit. But that's how you do that. And if you want to move, if you do want to still have the composition, just move that down. You can resize it, you can change the colors, all of that. Last but not least, that's not the one for today. That's not the one for today. Hold on. It may not be up here. Okay, it's not. But these are also for sale. All 6 designs, all 4 sizes are also on the website. So we're going to go file, open, resend. Actually, no, why is it not in my recent? All right, let's just go open. And oh, wait. Okay, wait a minute. I don't know what the heck happened there. All right, so here we go. And let's open up. So you have the master, but you also have each individual one. So I'll open up one of the individual ones. And then we're just going to go Control V to paste that in. I'm going to bring this to, actually, you know what? Not there. It needs to go in the smart object. So I'm going to double click here. And now I'm going to go Control V to paste that in here, Control T. And we're going to size this and hit OK. And then exit out. Yes. And bam. And we're going to turn off our specs. We're going to turn off our guides. And there is your talkies inside the template. It was that easy, y'all. I'm telling you, it's really, really, make the templates foolproof. Really easy, as long as you know how to use your design program. Now, for Affinity and Photopea, hopefully you know how to use those. I'm not doing a demo on those, but that's how you would use that. And then let's say once you have your design, if you get the one that has the templates, oh, that's why I was in downloads. Okay, let's go here. And then let's go here and mockups. And let's say once you have your design done, you're going to do the same thing. So you would have your design done and then bring it in. So what I'm going to bring in is just one of the ones that I've already designed. Give me just a second. Let's go up and let's just bring in. Okay. Where in the heck are the files? Oh, wait, I forgot. They're in a folder. Duh, Shakia. Wait, where's my folder though? Where's my folder? Oh, here we go. School theme composition notebooks. So we'll just bring in one of my favorites. Oh, wait, which template? Well, this one doesn't really matter which one you bring in. So I'm just going to click on, I'm going to drag this one in. So let me pull this over here because it's way too big. And then let's drag. Nope. Open up the smart object first. And then drag and drop. And then hit OK. It should fill it all in. And enter. I'm going to make this. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I did make this based off of a specific size. I'm going to go back in there and change the listing or the information on it to let you know which size it's for. But boom, there you go. And then you can save that and then put it post it to your social media, make you a flyer with it or whatever. And it has like the shadows and stuff like that on it. And it just fills it in for you once you complete your design. So you have your mock-up. Silhouette Studio is the same way. It looks like that. You would fill it in the same way that I filled in the talkies. So that's that. Those two right now. Yeah, I actually have 3 teachers where I make their math and reading journals. And they provide me the journals, and I do the design, I provide the stickers for them for kindergarten class, a pre-K class, and then like the behavioral, something like that. I forget what she. So I have like 3 teachers that I make them for every single year. All right, so let me go over here and see if there are any questions. Hi. Go back over here. And this is it. So you have the Silhouette Studio templates only, Silhouette Studio templates and Mockup. You have the Canva, the Photoshop file, the PSD file, which can also be used for Canva only. And then it's 1563 for the templates and mockups. The Incredible bundle comes with both sets of mockups and both sets of templates. The mockups only. Oh, why is that not showing? The class one is the only one that technically isn't really available because this class was last year. And I have to do some things to it. I might put it back. I'm not doing another class this year. This particular class tells you all of the adhesive papers, the differences in them, the difference in inks, and all that kind of good jazz. So you'll get the playback of it, but you got to kind of wait for that one. That one's not available. But the mockups, if you already have things, you just need mockups. I'll have the mockups on after I get done with my 6:30 live. Okay, so that's that. The link for this is in the description of the video. All right. Any questions for me? Because I have to now hop on the next video. Let's see here. Is your Canva class similar to the Silhouette? Not really. So the Canva one is about understanding Canva. So it's not really breaking down everything like Silhouette. Silhouette's 30 days. So that was like, there's a lot of stuff to it. But it's important to take the understanding Canva one to really understand what it can do, what it can't do, where things are. So that one is more so an understanding Canva type setup, but it's nothing like Essential Silhouette Studio because, Canva has a lot of like AI type things, and then it's different for the mobile version than the desktop version, but it gives you an understanding of Canva. All right. All right, so there are no questions. Y'all come right on back, whichever platform you're watching on, because we are going to discuss printers and the various printer options, understanding the differences in the ink and how the type of paper you're using affects your color and all that good jazz. So come right on back. I'm literally going to end this one. Go find my lip gloss. At first, I just put Vaseline on my lips. I'm going to go find my lip gloss, and then I will be on that live in 2 seconds, okay? Go get your templates. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.